Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Amna, e-commercewali. I am student Rehan, AI teacher training Institute Bell 21. Today I have some question from ChatGPT. Hello,
Hey there. Great to hear from you. What's on your mind today?
how are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you. How about you? How's your day going so far?
Okay, I am fine, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad to hear that. If there's anything you want to chat about or if you've got any questions, I'm here and ready.
I have some question.
Of course, take your time. I'm here whenever you're ready. If something pops into your mind or you just want to explore a topic, we can dive in.
Okay, what is a goal?
Good question. A guru is often a spiritual teacher or guide, especially in Indian traditions. But more broadly, it can mean any kind of guru, expert, or mentor in a particular field, like a business guru or a tech guru. Does that fit the context you were thinking about?
Why is it important to have goals?
That's a great one. Goals give us direction and purpose. They help us focus our efforts and give us a sense of progress. Without goals, it's easy to drift or not fully realize what we're capable of.
Okay, what is an achievement goal?
An achievement goal is basically a target you set to reach a certain outcome, like completing a project, learning a skill, or reaching a milestone. These goals are kind of like markers. When you achieve them, you can celebrate and see how far you've come.
Okay, how can you make your goal simple?
Good question. One way is to break them down into really specific bite sized steps, make them clear, measurable, and realistic so that each step feels doable. And tying them to a timeline helps too.
What is a short term goal?
A short term goal is something you aim to achieve in the near future, typically days, weeks, or a few months. It's like a stepping stone toward bigger long term goals. So, for example, finishing a small project by the end of the week would count as a short term goal.
What is a long term goal?
A long term goal is something you aspire to achieve over a longer period, often a year or more, sometimes even decades. These goals give you a big picture vision, like starting your own business, buying a home, or reaching a career milestone.
Okay. How can you write your goal clearly?
A good way is to make them really specific, like using the SMART criteria. So they're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Also, write them in the present tense, as if you've already achieved them. That clarity helps keep you motivated.
Okay. Why should goals be realistic?
So when goals are realistic, it means you have a genuine chance of achieving them, which keeps you motivated and prevents discouragement. If a goal is too big or out of reach, it can just feel overwhelming. So realistic goals balance ambition with practicality.
Okay. How can you break a big goal into small steps?
Yeah, so you just start by identifying the big goal and then ask yourself, what are the key steps or milestones I need to reach? Then break each step down further into weeks or even days. So you have a clear, manageable action plan. That way, each small step keeps you moving forward toward that big picture.
Okay. How can you stay focused on your goal?
Staying focused often comes down to consistency and reminders. You can keep your goals visible, like on a vision board or in a journal, and set regular check ins to track your progress. And breaking things down into those small daily or weekly actions keeps you from feeling overwhelmed.
Okay. What can you do when you feel lazy?
Yeah. When you're feeling stuck or lazy, it's often helpful to just start with something small, like a 5 minute task. Often, once you begin, momentum kicks in. And if you need a break, that's okay too. Sometimes resting helps you come back stronger.
Okay. How does motivation help you?
Yeah, motivation is kind of the fuel that keeps you going. It's what gives you that initial push to set goals and take action. When you have motivation, it's easier to get started, stay resilient during setbacks, and keep that forward momentum.
Okay. What are some ways to stay motivated?
Yeah, absolutely. One big way is to celebrate small wins along the way. It keeps that momentum going. You can also keep your why in mind, why the goal matters to you, and surround yourself with reminders or people who inspire you. And mixing things up, like changing routines, can also keep it fresh.
Okay. Why is a positive mindset important?
Yeah, a positive mindset is really powerful because it helps you handle challenges better, stay resilient, and notice opportunities you might otherwise miss. It doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, but it helps you approach them with a sense of possibility.
Okay. How can you track your progress?
Yeah, you can track progress by using a journal or a digital app like a habit tracker, so you log each step you take. Another way is setting regular check ins, maybe weekly or monthly, so you can see how close you are to your goal. And even visual tools like charts can be really motivating.
Okay. What should you do if you fail?
Yeah, failure can be tough, but it's also a huge learning opportunity. Take a step back, figure out what went wrong, adjust your approach, and then try again. Be kind to yourself. It's just part of the process towards success.
Okay. Why should you never give up?
Well, because every step, even the tough ones, brings you closer to growth and learning. If you give up, you stop any chance of success. Persistence is what often turns failures into breakthroughs.
Okay. What reward can you give yourself?
Ah, yeah. Rewards can be really motivating. It could be something small, like a favorite treat, a relaxing break, or a fun activity. Just make sure the reward feels special and tied to your progress so it keeps you inspired.
Okay. How can you manage your time better?
Yeah, a big help is prioritizing tasks, like using something like the Eisenhower matrix to decide what's urgent and important. Also, break big tasks into smaller chunks and schedule focused time blocks.
Okay. Why is planning important?
Is crucial because it gives you a clear roadmap, so you know exactly what steps to take, when, and in what order. It also helps you anticipate challenges, stay organized, and make sure you're using your time and energy effectively.
What hobbies help you achieve goals?
Yeah, habits are super powerful because they shape your daily actions. When you build positive habits, those small, consistent behaviors keep you moving forward without you having to rely solely on willpower. So, over time, they really compound and help you hit those goals.
Okay. Why is self discipline important?
Self discipline is important because it keeps
What is self discipline important?
Yeah, so self discipline is important because it keeps you consistent, even when things get hard or your initial excitement fades. It helps you make the small daily choices that build up into big results over time so you stay on track toward your goals.
What is one goal you want to achieve?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think one big goal I have is to keep getting better at helping people build healthy habits, like staying consistent even when life gets busy. What about you? Any goals you're aiming for right now?
How will you start working on your goal today?
I think I'll start by setting a really small, actionable step, like outlining one habit or strategy I want to focus on this week. Then I'll set a short timed block to reflect on how it's going, just so I get some momentum.
Okay, what challenge can you face?
Yeah, one big challenge I might face is just getting distracted by other tasks or feeling that initial lack of motivation. So I'll need to keep those small steps really clear and build a routine around them so I stay consistent.
Okay. How will you feel after achieve your goal?
I think I'll feel really proud and fulfilled, like all that effort and consistency paid off. I'll probably feel a lot more confident in my ability to set and achieve new goals too.
Okay. How can friends help you stay motivated?
Oh, definitely. Friends can be amazing accountability partners. They can cheer you on, celebrate your wins, and remind you why you started. Just having someone in your corner, keeping you focused, can make a huge difference.
How does motivation help you?
Yeah, so motivation really acts like a spark that gets you going. It gives you that initial energy to set goals and take action. And when things get tough, it's that inner drive that pushes you to keep going, even when the process gets hard.
How can you stay focused on your goal?
Staying focused often means minimizing distractions. So maybe you set aside specific times for deep work, or you keep reminders of your goal visible. And breaking the goal down into smaller steps keeps it from feeling overwhelming, so you stay on track.
How can you track your progress?
Yeah, you can track your progress by keeping a journal or using a digital tracker, like a spreadsheet or a habit app. You can log each step you take, set milestones, and review regularly. That way you can see how far you've come and adjust if you need to.
Okay. Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Yeah, of course. Take care. And if you ever want to revisit this or need a boost, I'll be here. Allah Hafiz.